Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye.
Me smash the like button or give me some hearts or something so I can see if you can hear me really well. Okay, great. Thanks, Brandon. Hi, everyone. It's good to see you guys. I've decided to do a live today instead of do a recording. It's Good Friday. Yesterday, I went down to the Cincinnati Reds game, and today it's kind of chilly, and I just decided, hey, let me go ahead and get all of the stuff I want to talk about and get me a snack. I got me a snack. I got some chips and salsa, my coffee. I know it's kind of a weird mix, but I've had a lot of stuff go on this weekend. Or this week, I had a grandbaby, and our daughter, who is in they're in Japan. They serve in the Marines. They had a baby boy this week on the 26th here. I believe they were the 25th there. 25th or 27th, one of either before or after. Anywho, but that was really exciting for us. And so I'm super happy and I'm super glad that all of you guys can join me. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry I didn't announce today, but we're here. So let's get it, right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. And thanks for all the likes and shares, everyone. I appreciate everybody that comes onto this channel and helps the station out and is always consistent, and your comments are always amazing to read. So shall we get started? It's Good Friday. Does anybody have any exciting plans? If you do, drop those in the comments. I want to see what them are, and we'll just go ahead and get started. I have put together a program a little bit differently today, something that I normally don't do. However, today I decided I'm going to put all my articles out. I'm going to summarize them, get everything together, and then just bring it to you guys. So that way you guys can get in and out of here today. So let's talk about it. We will start the show off by welcome back to Newsroom. I'm Chella Smith. If you're new here, this is your Middle East U.S. entertainment news here on YouTube. I air on Fridays, and I bring you guys the latest on reforms and economics of Iraq based on reports put out by the Middle East news media outlets. I do this weekly review, and it's based off my interest. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Last week, we talked about Iraq's trust issues, exchange rates, credit ratings, electronic payments, and the European banks. Let's take a look at this week's headlines. All righty. Hi, everybody. Hi, Clarissa. Hi, Catherine. Hi, 12 Pack. Okay, let's get into it. So the Iranian Ministry of Electricity has signed a 5-year contract with the National Iranian Gas Company to supply gas. The contract will allow pumping rates up to 50 million cubic meters per day. The amount will vary according to the system's needs, aiming to sustain production plants, keeping pace with peak loads and increasing demand, and ensuring rehabilitation of natural gas fields. This is going to be great. We talked about this a few weeks ago. And there's so much going on right now with Iraq and all these delegations. We're going to get into some of these delegations. I'm going to keep on looking at the comments. And okay, so Al-Shamari, if I'm saying that right, reveals key documents from the Sudanese visit to Washington and the government's interest in the dollar. Now, this visit is a very important visit. Political advisor to Prime Minister Fadi Al-Shamari has revealed that the most prominent file to be discussed during Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani's visit to Washington, which is coming up very soon, has praised al-Sudani's strong relationships with the Sudanese and the leaders of the coordination framework. If you guys follow, I kind of go over a lot of this, stating that the visit will practical and not for taking pictures. So they're going to get down to business. The visit will discuss sensitive and basic files, including the relationship between Iraq and the United States and the overlap with it. The Iraqi delegation will ask American sides about the reasons for their decision to impose sanctions on Iraqi banks, which, if you guys have been following, they put some sanctions on several banks. The Sudanese government is expected to address opening of 9 hospitals in Baghdad, which is great. This year, uncovering multiple networks led by the security leaders and taking actions against 16 military personnel involved in extortion networks. Investigations will reveal the facts without pressure from investigation committees. There was also a decline in the dollar exchange rate and the indicator of monetary procedure and policy of the central bank and the government. The government plans to reduce the dollar to the official price, which will take some time. But I've said this in plenty of my shows that I believe that we will see many revaluations before we get to the one that we want to see that will benefit everybody. The percentage of merchant using electronic platform has increased from 10% to 70%, which is huge. And the development path is going on at the same time with a stronger pace than announced. Al-Sudani did not exert pressure on the resistance fraction to stop their attacks against the government. So that was kind of a big deal, right? Thank you. Yeah, he's so perfect, man. He's just so perfect. We had a lot of stuff go on the year before, if any of you guys are familiar. So it's such a blessing for him to be here this year. So thank you for that. We really appreciate it. Okay, let's keep going. So the Iraqi president has urged the finance minister to expedite the payments of salaries in the Kurdistan region. They're always dealing with salary issues. The Iraqi president, Abdul Latif Jamil Rashid, has emphasized the need to expedite the payments of salaries for employees in the Kurdistan region, and delays has negatively impacted living, economic, and social conditions in the region. Rashid met with the Minister of Finance, Taif Sami, at the Peace Palace in Baghdad and discussed economic and financial files. He emphasizes the importance of adopting modern strategic plans to raise economics for Iraq's levels and secure the financial side of the government and citizens. Rashid also called for the increased coordination between executive and legislative authorities to approve the general budget for 2024. Now, remember, they did a 3-year budget, and now they're just basically working on the 2024. And they support the government service programs, facilitate investment procedures, and mature laws to advance Iraqi life. The Ministry of Finance emphasizes the importance of implementing the ministerial curriculum to develop the economic aspects and provide the best services to the citizens. And I think Taif Sami does a really good job. How about you guys? Drop those comments of what you think of her in the comment section. I think she's done a really, really good job. And I like her. I think she's been pushing a lot of economics and financial stuff through. So the National Bank of Iraq is undergoing a digital transformation by launching a new banking system and a mobile application. Interesting. So Al Ali Bank of Iraq has successfully launched a new banking system. It's based on the international company T24 system, Timinidis international company T24 system, and the advanced mobile application called mobile banking. We have mobile banking here in the United States, so it'd be great for them to have it also, right? The system aims to improve operational efficiency, reduce time and efforts in transactions, and the enhance accuracy. It allows customers to conduct various banking transactions via the internet and mobile applications, such as transferring funds, paying bills, and requesting banking products. Now, this is great because Iraq really needs to, get up to speed from, all the damage to their country, the reconstruction, and get, the electricity up and going and meet these just normal standards that we have here in the United States. So the system also contributes to compliance with international standards and requirements of the Central Bank of Iraq, enhancing transparency and security in banking operations. So it goes on to talk about the mobile application and what it offers with banking services, including the managing of accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and knowing loan deductions, which is stuff that we have here in the United States. So it's great for Iraq to finally get caught up and some of their citizens to start trusting their banks. Now, those sanctions that were on the banks, those wasn't sanctions on the central bank of Iraq. Remember that. So even though there's sanctions on these banks, they're not the sanctions on the central bank of Iraq. So the citizens can go there, right? Let's see. Okay, so the bank investment is advanced technology, ensuring compliance with regulations and paving the way for innovation and digital excellence. The chief operation officer of the National Bank of Iraq praises the positive impact of the new system on the bank's performances and emphasizes the bank's commitment to keeping pace and development with technology in the Iraqi banking markets. I agree. It's critical for them, right? Because how are they going to be international if they're not even at compliance? So this is like definitely wonderful, information that they're putting out, and we just need to keep praying for them. Now, Iraq is also getting more construction projects together. Iraq is constructing 2 new tankers in the transport oil products. The Iraqi oil tanker company, National Carrier, has reported 65% increase in oil product transports in Iraq's refinery after construction of 2 tankers. The last time we talked about the tankers was the tanker that sit there. They need one in their port. So, and there was a lot of controversy on that. So the company's general manager, Ali Kayaz, stated that the company's previously owned 29 tankers, but was destroyed due to the war and conflicts. The company now owns 4 tankers, including Dejla, Euphrates, the Shiat Al-Arab, or Arab, and the Baghdad, with a 13,000 ton. In 2019, it signed a contract to build 2 more tankers. The company is currently negotiating with international companies to enter major partnerships to increase the reactivity of transporting Iraqi crude oil. So this is all good stuff. They're also going to have some kind of partnerships with major companies to acquire giant tankers for transporting Iraqi crude oil. That's another reason why they need to get their taxes and tariffs and customs and all that stuff, all those laws implemented there. So, we're watching history with Iraq. It's cold down here. So if you guys hear a little bit of a heater in the background, that's what that is. Yeah, I'm reading you guys those comments. Again, I want to thank you guys for being here today. It's Good Friday. I hope you guys are having a great Friday today. Iraq is expected to experience higher dollar prices. Iraq's economist, Chella Nouri, predicts that the rise in the dollar exchange rate due to the increased imports of goods for Eid al-Fitr. Now, remember, they're going out of Ramadan, and now they're going to go into Eid. This is due to the country's instability economic situation, the economist says, and Iraq typically buys food for Eid sweets, meats, chicken, clothes, but the high price has led some of them to reconsider their spending habits. Let's see, the 2 main Al-Khaifa and Al-Harthia exchange in Baghdad recorded 148,700 Iraqi dinars this week for $100, while the dollar in price in local markets reached $147,750 for $100. This has led some Iraqis to reevaluate their spending habits during the holiday season. It's just like that here in the United States also, because there's, around the holiday times, we're saving our money for Easter baskets and things that we need to be able to balance it because of inflation here. It's been crazy, right? Okay, let's keep it going. Let's see. Okay, so Al-Sudani, he's going to be visiting Washington. This is like the big news. It's been a lot of news about it. He's going to be bringing numerous files with him to establish new interests. Hopefully he brings everything and all the files that he's supposed to bring over here. Hopefully he has everything ready, signed, and ready to go for when he meets with Washington. The Iraqi Prime Minister al-Sudani is set to visit Washington on April 15th to discuss bilateral relations with U.S. President Joe Biden. The visit is his first since taking office in October 2022. The leaders will reaffirm their commitment to the Strategic Framework Agreement and deepen their shared visions to secure sovereignty, prosperous, and a fully integrated Iraq with a wider region. They will consult on issues such as the permanent defeat of ISIS, the development of the military mission, and ongoing Iraqi financial reforms. Reforms need to be completed, guys. The visit is critical to draw up a new bilateral relations, especially Iraq's demand to exit foreign forces. Now, this has been a big discussion on the table, so we'll see how this goes. We, however, want them to stay, right? Revalue their currency and then pull their troops out so that way they have stability, not remove them sooner, in my opinion. So, of course, that's just my opinion. The main goal is to improve bilateral relations and draw a roadmap between Iraq and the U.S. and Iraq's decision to withdraw foreign forces. Establishing bilateral relations with international coalition countries in security, political, and economic fields. Now, remember, they don't just have the U.S. international coalition. They have coalitions from all over in Iraq. So it's not just the United States, but however, that's what they're going to be talking about is the ones that are in the United States or the U.S. and Iraq. So Fahud Hassan discusses the latest political development in Iraq with McGurk. The Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Fahud Hassan met with the White House coordinator for the Middle East and North Africa, Brett McGurk, in Washington, discussed political development in Iraq. And I think he's still there. I wonder if he's going to come back or go back to Iraq or stay, but he's been there. If he waits until Sudani gets there, he'll be in there about a month. They also discussed bilateral relations between the two friendly countries, the latest regional situation, and the repercussions of the war on Gaza and security and terrorism issues represented by ISIS movement in Iraq and Syria. Let's see. Yeah, Leb, I have to agree with you because, we do have a lot invested over there, and from airports to all kinds of things. However, there's still so much more that needs to be done over there, in my opinion, because there's still families without electricity. They're not able to cook the way you and I are able to cook. And so it's definitely something that this reconstruction needs to keep forward direction for sure. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay. The next one we're going to talk about is the 2024 budget. It's scheduled to be approved by the White House or by the House of Representatives, not the White House, the House of Representatives, and are not impeded in their implementation. So the financial advisor to Prime Minister Mauser Mohammed Chella has confirmed that the House of Representatives approval of the financial budget schedule for 2024 does not hinder their implementations. Chella explains that the federal tripartite general budget issue number 13 of 2023 differs from the annual budget subject from Financial Management Law number 6 of 2019, which are delayed in approving the general budget law. In the event of the delay in approving the law, disbursements will be made at a rate of 1.5 at the actual going and the current expenditures for the previous year. Chella also clarifies that the financial tablet prepared for approval by the House of Representatives did not constitute an obstacle to progress of the implementation of plan. He emphasizes that the tripartite budget experiment is a financial experiment taking place for the first time in the country, and its implementation means a return of an annual budget square. which is very interesting to me that if you approve the 3-year budget, why are we still negotiating these budgets? Your comments. I want to hear what you think about that, because it's like ongoing about this budget. Iraqi academic study addresses questions of the stability of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar in maintaining foreign reserves. So there was a researcher that posted an article. I summed it up for you, but his proposal solutions to control the fluctuating of the dollar prices in Iraqi trade, which relies heavily on imports. The study aims to understand the role of the central bank and the currency sale windows in stabilizing the dollar against the US dollar and maintaining the reserves for foreign currency. The researcher Ahmed Abdullah Akil, sorry if I chop that up, found a moral positive relationship between some central banks' instruments and the official parallel exchange rate in short term, with negative and positive correlations in long term. Some instruments were affected in affecting the currency's exchange rate, such as the legal reserves, the rediscount prices, and opening market operations. However, some of them were limited to inflation. The impact of the interest of the rate of the window on the value of the local currency was positive due to the reduction of the normal exchange rate. This indicates that the central bank's ability to affect the stability of the exchange rate of the local currencies in front of foreign currencies, especially through the window of selling of the currencies, which we'll get into that in a minute. But the study also highlighted the gap between the official exchange rate and its equivalent in the parallel markets due to increased demand for foreign currency. The recommendations include continuing to work in the window without excessive use of foreign reserves, diversifying sources of access to foreign currency, tightening regulation measures to prevent smuggling, and promoting development and activation of the real sector industry in our agriculture. So we've also talked about that in the past. And they also were talking about their auctions and getting control of those auctions. I know that they will need to, in the United States, we don't have those auctions like they do every day. Yeah. So let's keep going. Let's talk about it. The BRICS nations have adopted a non-dollar payment system. What? Okay, let's hear about it. So the BRICS group, including Russia, China, Brazil, South Africa, India, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt, and Ethiopia, is planning to create an international BRICS payment system based on blockchain technology. The decentralized mechanism will help overcome Western sanctions and obstacles, strengthening the economic influence on the BRICS groups and accelerate the emergence of supernatural currency, which is a direct threat to position of U.S. currency. The goal is to move away from the dollar and use a national currency in business transactions, as 95% of trade transactions between Russia and China are in ruble and yen. The mechanism aims to create a special performance based on digital currencies in the BRICS currency countries to implement financial settlements, breaking the monopoly of the Western SWIFT system. Now, that was a big one. What are your comments about that? How do you guys feel about the BRICS system? Are you guys for BRICS or are you guys not for BRICS? I want to hear how you guys feel about that. Let's see. Now, we talked about this before, but the Council of Ministries has designed the Eid al-Fitr as the holiday in Egypt from April 9th to the 13th, 2024, and announced that the official working in all government institutions will resume on April 14th. So the news might be slow around those dates. And the U.S. State Department has urged both Baghdad and Erbil to resolve the ongoing oil disputes. The U.S. State Department has announced its commitment to resume oil exports in the Kurdistan region, a matter it has been actively involved in. The U.S. is urging Baghdad and Erbil to work together, and the U.S. and Iraqi foreign minister discussed the issues between the two cities. The U.S. Secretary of State emphasizes that the stability relation between Erbil and Baghdad will would bring economic benefits to all Iraqis in the regions. The U.S. is urging parties to reach an agreement to resume the oil exports via the pipeline. And that's all we're going to do for today. We've been going 25 minutes. I was wanting to get on here and be done in 10. However, whenever I'm on a live, it seems like I can't get it done in time. I can't get it done in 10 minutes or less. I'm going to go back and read some of the comments before I jump off. So some people are for the BRICS. So my audience thinks that the BRICS is a good thing. So how would you guys like to see BRICS play out? With them having their own currency, with it being a decentralized platform, decentralized coins that represent each country at like $1 par. How do you guys see this playing out? It'll be interesting for sure to see how this all goes and how everything ends. But anyways, it's Good Friday. I hope they use XRP. You know what? I have to agree. I like XRP. I like the whole cross-border payment transaction thing. I like being able to put my money in places that can make money. And, you know, it just seems like innovations here. Yep, I agree. One day at a time. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate it. We wish we could be in Japan. Well, I don't want to keep you guys. You guys have been watching Newsroom Weekly Review. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East U.S. entertainment news on reforms and economics of Iraq. I bring you the latest in our news without having to keep up with all the different outlets. I'm here on YouTube every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe and turn those notification bells on. If you like my content, you can always give me a thumbs up. If you really like my content, you can always seed a super chat or super thanks in the comment section below. This week has been exciting for our family. If you're just joining us, we welcomed our second grandbaby from our daughter and son-in-law who serve in the Marines. Our grandson is healthy and we are very blessed. It's also Good Friday and the Sunday is Easter. For those who celebrate, happy Easter to you and your families. From our family, family and friends are our most valued, and I pray everyone has a wonderful holiday. Again, thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for visiting Newsroom. Chella Smith for your trusted darn news. I'll see you guys next week. I hope you guys enjoy your holiday. Take care.